Hey, good morning, Facebook family. It's Susan Edwards of the Rock Shop in downtown Paducah. And if you're joining me for the first time and wondering what is going on, besides the purple hair, I'm hosting the Holy Archangels this week for 5 days. And during the time that they are with me, I have committed to do a live message at 10:30 in the morning and 6:30 in the evening. Delivering whatever messages or information or answering questions and collecting prayer requests as needed. So that's what's going on, and it's free form. And I have to tell you, this morning I woke up, I'm like, what am I supposed to talk about today? What am I supposed to talk about? Because nothing had been really clear after last night's so powerful message. And if you missed last night, the message last night was that the angels are here to serve, but not enough people are asking for their help. And they don't intervene. They have to be, you have to bring them in, you have to create a space for them, and you have to ask them for help. And they want to be a part of your life, and they're asking you to ask them for help. So if you missed last night's video, I did post it on Facebook as well as YouTube, and you can go back out and check that out. So this morning when I was meditating, again, I was like, oh, what am I supposed to talk about? So I pulled out my angel cards, and I pulled a few cards. And what was interesting was, and I know it's backwards, but it's the card from Archangel Metatron. And it has to do with indigo and crystal children. How sweet is that, right? And the message from Archangel Metatron was, you have a special bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. And boy, that just smacked me, because that's pretty much what I do at the store, which is help people who are empaths or sensitives and help them sort of sort out what's going on in the world and how it's affecting them and what to do about it. And no coincidence, this Saturday I'm having the class on empaths. So I'm like, okay, well, that seems like maybe what I should be talking about. So I pulled a second time, and this card came up. Now, this is after I've shuffled the deck. I'm like, okay, I think I'm getting a message. And then I pulled a third time, and this card came up. So, okay, I'm a little dull sometimes. It takes 3 cards of the same card sometimes to convince me that that's what I'm supposed to be talking about. And I'm like, okay, so am I supposed to be delivering a message from Archangel Metatron this morning? And I pulled another card, and of course it was not this card, but it was another card from Archangel Metatron. So I guess we need to welcome Holy Archangel Metatron to our live session, because apparently that's the angel that has a message. So if you're not familiar with what an indigo child or a crystal child is, it's basically a theory that was put forth in the 70s, and I'm not an expert on the literature that was written, but the concept is basically these are children who are born with special powers. They may be empaths, they may be mediums, they may be paranormal people who can have special powers. But in any case, they're sensitives. And what I mean by sensitives is they are very attuned to people, thoughts, frequencies around them. And we talk about that a lot at the store and in the empath class in particular. So just as a little background this morning, my husband was getting ready to go, and he likes to turn on a movie or something in the background and just kind of have it going while he's putzing around getting ready to go. And the movie he had on this morning was Sniper. Yeah. You know, he likes the war movies, which is fine. But he had it turned up so he could hear it around the house, and I was upstairs trying to get ready, and I was just so struck with all of the dissonance that was coming out of our TV, and loudly, lots of, you know, all of the horrible stuff of war, and, you know, this one man's particular story about, you know, all of the troubles that he suffered. And it struck me, and it's like, you know, we've been talking about how to create a space for angels and for the divine to come in. And here our home, while we're hosting the Holy Archangels, has got some pretty serious dissonance going in around. And, I mean, it all just seems so innocent. We turn on the news, we turn on a movie, or we turn on, the radio, and we're constantly bombarded with the images and the sounds and the frequencies that are coming to us from literally all over the world. And if you are a sensitive, as many of the people who tend to be attracted to me and to the store and to my message, this can be a real problem for you, and it can really mess up your environment and your centeredness and your divinity and your ability to get on about your own soul's work. So we have to be diligent about protecting our space. Okay, this feels like Archangel Metatron delivering the message now. And the message is, you really have to be diligent and pay attention to what is around you, because what around you isn't always in your best interest. And it can seem very innocent. It can seem like, oh, I really like that song, or oh, I'm watching this movie or this TV series, or, I'm talking to some friends who like to gossip. And I have to tell you a little story later about me. And all of these things do affect you. And if you want angels in your life, if you want the divine to be a part of you, if you want peace and harmony and happiness and joy, those things don't match up with dissonance and fear and anger. They're at totally different frequency zones. So if that's what's going on in your world, whether it's you're arguing with people, your family and friends and neighbors, or listening to arguing on TV or the radio or the news, if what you want is peace and harmony, then you got to stop arguing and listening to arguing. And that is going to be a big challenge in today's culture, because we are all bombarded with it all the time. So what do? Well, turn off the news. Now, I'm a news junkie, so I like to know what's going on. So I've sort of started a new process where I'll check headlines. And the internet makes this great, because you can go to any number of news aggregates and be able to just grab the headlines and, scroll through it very quickly without having to absolutely get sucked into a particular newscast or a particular story or a particular movie. And then I turn to something that I enjoy, which is, nature shows or Bob Ross painting, and just try to keep whatever's coming in very neutral. In your home, we talk about smudging and clearing, but really the thing that seems to be the most important to talk about this morning is watch what you invite into your world, and be very judge and guard your vibrational space very, very carefully, because again, sensitives are really going to have a hard time with all of this dissonance that's going on in the world. So if you're a sensitive, what do? Well, there's a lot of literature out on the internet and in the bookstores and in the libraries about empaths and sensitives, and how to basically put a bubble of protection around you. And I guess the one thing that I always tell the empaths that come into the store or into my class is, it's important to recognize what's your crap and what's not your crap. And if it's not your crap, let it go. And don't willingly take on everybody else's stuff, because if you do, you're going to lose yourself. Okay, so what else? Holy Archangel Metatron, I invite you to give me some additional information you'd like me to talk about. I'm going to pull a card and see if the cards tell me anything. Okay, this is fun. I love this. This is crystal clear intentions. And this is Holy Archangel Michael, who's also one of the angels that we're hosting. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Oh, I tell you, I love when the angels, talk to me directly. And there's no magic in the cards, trust me. It's a tool to use for the angels to be able to cross that barrier between the spiritual and the physical. And so, crystal clear intentions. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Yeah. So if we allow, as a sensitive, all of our environmental pollution, and I'm talking about frequency pollution now, to basically overwhelm us, it's difficult to, first of all, know what your intention is and identify it as your soul's work, and then to focus on it. Oh, okay. I get little messages. So what Holy Archangel Michael is suggesting is that I put out a challenge. Okay. All right. That sounds like fun. All right. So for the next 2 days, the next, 48 hours, I want you to, the challenge is for you to write down, what are your intentions? Okay. That's good. I like that. As many intentions as come to mind, write them down, and let's, you can send them to me, or you can send them up to, to God, but be crystal clear about what are your intentions. Yes, because when you know what your intentions are, then you know what matches up with those intentions, and it makes it so much easier to identify what's contrary to your intentions and reaching those goals and those aspirations and those dreams and those prayers, and what is basically putting up a roadblock. So I guess that's the message this morning. Be very mindful of your surroundings and what you allow into your surroundings in terms of frequencies and vibrations, and be crystal clear about your intentions. So Archangel Michael has issued you a challenge for the next 2 days. Write down what are your intentions. So have fun with it, and let's talk again. Don't forget, I'll go live again at 6:30 tonight. Let you know if I've had any other insights or messages. And keep those prayer requests coming. They will be printed out, put in the bowl, and at the end of the visit, which will be Saturday, the 24th at 10:30 p.m., I will send the archangels to the next 3 or more people who would like to host the archangels. So, and also, if you like to host them for the next round, just private message me and let me know that you'd like to be on the list. So I want you to have a wonderful day. Wanted to remind you that the angels are with you, and ask them for help. They won't intervene. You have to ask them for help. So have a great day. Hope you can join me at 6:30 tonight. If you can't, I'll be posting the videos so you can catch up on them later. Have a blessed day. Bye.